guys, here's what we're making today. The Harmonica by Sincerely Jen. I love it. Got a huge zipper pocket here. Nice back. Nice detail on the side for your crossbody strap. And then you have a top zipper closure. And it's huge on the inside. You have a huge zipper pocket on the inside and 3 slip pockets. I did 2 slip pockets and a pin pocket. And it's huge. I love it. I am going to sell this one, but I think I'm going to make myself a leather one. It's meant to be a slouchy bag. The only interfacing is on the bottom here. Let's get started. Hi everyone, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. And I'm getting ready to do the new pattern by Sincerely Jen, the Harmonica Hobo bag. Very cute. You'll see what the finished product before this clip, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing it out of some faux suede by Indo Love and some Lauren Mormino. So this is her water-resistant cotton. And then I'm just some accent pieces, some Tulip Bee walnut. It is, I think this is the only piece of interfacing, the bottom, I believe. And that's Decaville Heavy. So, it's meant to be a slouchy bag. So, I'm just going to follow her suggestions for interfacing. That's what we're going to do. I already made my strap, and I did my typical crossbody strap with my strap ends. I sell these strap ends in various colors of leather if you'd like it. And then black matte hardware. And black zipper tape. So that's what I'm doing today. So we're going to get started. Thanks for watching. Alright, so the first thing is to take your 4 front and back panels, and they come in 2 pieces. And when you cut them, you need to cut them mirrored. So we're going to sew those together at the seam allowance in the pattern. And then we're going to full splay that seam open and top stitch. Okay, I'm going to use some tape. Where's my tape? And then we'll top stitch 1/8 of an inch on each side of our seam. If you've not done a Sincerely Jen pattern before, you should really try. She has good directions, and she has her own video as well. And I'm really just taping this until I can get it top stitched. I just think it's so much easier than trying to fight with it myself. But you have to know your machine and whether it can handle the double-sided tape. Perfect. Okay, let me do the other one real quick. All right, and this faux suede really holds the tape pretty well. All right, let's top stitch. Okay, there's one. Do the other one. All right. Nice. Next step. All right, so with exterior pocket piece pattern A, take one of your exteriors, line the pattern piece up on the center, and we're going to trace this cutout, and then we're going to flip the pattern piece over. And trace it okay. Then we're going to cut that out. Making way for the zipper. Okay, now if you've got threads here, just burn them so they don't unravel. Okay. Perfect. So that's what you should end up with. Okay. Now we're going to take our exterior pocket and this piece right sides together. Isn't that going to be so pretty? Oh, I just love it. Right sides together. And we're going to stitch along that cutout at the seam allowance in the pattern. One more. Okay. Now we are going to cut into these corners without cutting your thread. And turn this right side out, so wrong sides together. And put our zipper in there. and stitch along that seam. And for this minute, I'm just clipping it so it stays where I want it until I get my stuff, my zipper ready. Perfect. Now, if you have something you can iron, then I would recommend that. So let me grab my zipper and my pull. All right, so take your zipper with the zipper pull closing to the left. Add some tape. And we are going to add that. I'll have to do it from this side. We're going to add that into our hole. Nice and even. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Just like that. Now we're going to stitch down and around. Eighth of an inch. Okay. All right, let's finish this. All right, now we're going to take exterior pocket B, which your exterior is right side up, pocket B, and I didn't find the center. Oh, yeah, let's do it this way. Okay. Hold on. All right, so now take your pocket B and lay it right side together with your pocket. Okay. Turn this up, and we're right side up, and we're going to stitch around the sides. To the bottom. Okay. then we are going to stitch across the bottom here, basting that pocket down. I like it. Yeah, if you have hangover like me, we'll just trim that up. Like right here. Okay. Perfect. And notice we haven't sewn across the top yet. All right. Then the next step is to take your exterior top. Let me find it. Exterior top, which I'm doing out of the walnut. And I'm gonna lay that down. Get your little zipper pull out of the way. None of these pieces have any interfacing. Okay. And we're going to sew that together at the seam allowance in the pattern. I like it. Oops, got off a little there. Okay. Looks good, looks good. Turn, and we're going to top stitch on the top piece. Yeah, the seam allowance is up towards the top. You know, blue and brown really goes good together. Really looks nice. Okay. Nice. So that's what you have. Now you have a fully lined, completed pocket. I love it. Next step. All right, repeat that with the back panel with your top panel. Then I'm going to add a label, my tag. so nice. I think I'm going to put my tag on the front. Up here, I believe. Let me just verify. All right, so now we're going to take our front and back and we're going to stitch down the side. Let's match our seams here. We're just going to do one side. Then we're going to top stitch. So I am going to put some tape. Oops. Oops. And tape those nice and flat. So we're just doing one side to start with, and then we're going to do the other side after we put the strap connectors on. This side. Okay, let's turn that over and top stitch. Just check something. Yep. My needle's getting goopy. Okay, let me see. All right, now we're going to set that aside for just a minute. I'm going to take our strap connectors, and we're going to put a line down the center. That's not marking it for me. I'll just use a pen. Okay. Let's do that on all four. going to use 1/8 inch tape, I think. I can find the end of it. There it is. I'll do this on fast part. All right, so take your straps that we just completed, mark down a certain distance, and fold and put your square ring on. So here it is. There's my mark. And I just used a little piece of tape. And we're going to fold that down. And they should be the same. Oh my gosh, they're perfect. Okay. On the remaining two, put a little piece of tape on the ends here and find the center of your piece. Then we're going to add this. And we want the right sides out. So fold that to that line. Oops. Take the tape off the center. So fold that to that line and then add a D-ring here at the top and fold that to that line to the center. So this is what you end up with. A piece with the D-ring on the left side and the square ring. Beautiful. Now, I am going to add some double-sided tape down the center so that when we add it, it'll stay put where I want it. Okay, interesting. Don't you love the brown and the blue? Isn't it pretty? All right, let's do this one. On my other D-ring. You do have to be a little careful with hardware and tape because it'll get all sticky on your tape. Perfect. Okay, let's add some double-sided tape down the center. Just enough to keep it in place while we stitch it where we want it. Okay. Just make sure that your exteriors are all on the same side. You don't want an inside on the wrong side. All right. Take your exterior and we're going to place it on this seam, and we want to make sure that it's a certain distance from the top. And I am just going to mark that. and lay it there. So the top of where your D-ring is, center that. Perfect. And let's get that, the rest of this centered all the way down. Perfect. Now I have just probably a little less than 1/4 inch hanging off the end here, which is absolutely fine. So now we're going to stitch a box here on the top and a box here. Let me check my bobbin first. Hold on. Right, I'm going to start on the bottom, and we're going to do an eighth of an inch. Up this side. Turn. And I'm going to go backwards for just a couple stitches. And then turn it around. Okay, looks good. And we're going to repeat that up here on the top. And I am going to pull this thread to the back since I don't have any seam there. Go backwards a couple stitches. Turn. And stop where you started. Beautiful. And pull those to the back. One. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. There we go. It doesn't want to come, but it's going to come. There we go. Yeah. And tie those off. So here's a tip. Don't wait to the end to tie them, to pull them to the back. Bring one to the back, then when you finish, bring the other. I just find that the easiest way to do it. This time, I mean, there's tape in here, so it gets kind of sticky and makes it a little more difficult. And if you've watched me for any length of time, you know I'm not into the difficult. That looks very good. All right, next step. All right, so take your slip pocket. It's a very long slip pocket, which is nice. And we're going to sew one long side. And turn that, and I'm going to turn around and iron it real quick. This is smooth type material, and it doesn't iron really well, but good enough. Then we're going to put the wrong sides together. And baste across the top. Then we're going to add a trim piece. And I'm just using the blue because I don't have a big enough piece of brown. Would have looked better with the brown. It's all good though. I'm just going to add that just shy of our middle mark line. Pull that over and we'll top stitch. And if there is a little excess on one end or the other, just trim that off. Okay, now we're going to grab one of our panels. Our lining panels. Find all your centers. and measure up a certain distance from the bottom. And add that right there. Okay, I'm just going to clip mine. And stitch all the way around. And there will be a little hangover because it's angled. This piece is angled. So we'll just trim that off. Not much, a little bit. Okay, now we're going to divide it. And I'm just going to divide it into, well, I think what I may do, I'm just going to be random and do a pen pocket in the middle. I really have gotten into having a pen pocket because I can never find my pens. Okay, so you have big pockets on each side, and then you have a pen pocket in the middle. I like it. Very nice. All right, next step, we're going to do our zipper pocket. So, I need to mark for my overlay. Let me see. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that pen doesn't work. I have to use a real pen. Isn't that funny? Some vinyl backings don't accept the leather marker. And that is, yeah. It's a nice, unique overlay. I really kind of like it, actually. It's different. Okay, now I'm just going to cut that open. It's easier to do this over at your cutting table, but because you can do it with the rotary blade. This is okay though. I don't know if she sends SVG files for this or not. I was just thinking that would be nice. I learned something new about Jen. She's an accountant. She's actually a controller. I had no idea. No wonder she's good with all these numbers. Okay. Put some tape on the back of that. That makes sense to me because she's so good at all the numbers for these patterns. Getting everything precise makes total sense. Okay. Grab your other lining piece. And we're going to lay that a certain distance down from the top. I gotta find my center. Perfect. And then we're going to sew around the outside of our overlay. Perfect. I'm going to get that little center mark off of there. Pull that thread to the back. It's not pretty started. Even up your threads. Tie it off. Cut out the center. Grab our zipper pockets. And our zipper tape up here. Alright. Okay, I'm going to add some tape. Your zipper pocket right side up. And your tape right side up. Stitch that on. And then we're going to turn and baste that down. I probably could iron this because it's cotton, but I'm going to just do what I always do here. Sew it down. Nice and flat. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. Of our zipper pocket lining. And this time we're just getting our edges lined up. And repeat. Turn it and top stitch it flat. Add your zipper pull. Then I'm going to add a little more tape. And I'm going to use my little zipper jig. This is a nice long zipper, so it really lends itself to that. And I think I'll pull it way off here. Use this to close my zipper. Okay. So my zipper is closing to the left. And we're going to add this lining. And get our pocket nice and centered. Look how perfect that is. It's just perfect. All right, let's stitch around the inner piece, and I'm going to come this way. I'm going to pull those threads to the back. Don't forget to pull your zipper pull in. Just pulling that thread to the back. Uh-oh. Power went off. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Stop where you started. Pull that to the back. Even off those threads. Okay. Perfect. Next step. All right, let's cut off our excess zipper on both sides. I gotta move the camera just a little. Okay. And because we cut our zipper, we're gonna burn the ends just a little. Okay. I am going to birth this bag because it has such little interfacing. I think it's a good bag to birth. Trim off your excess down here. And let's turn it and do the sides. And I am going to fold my bottom up a little. Just makes it easier when I go to close it. But I am going to trim that corner. And let's repeat it on the other side. Fold it up a little. And trim that corner. Okay. So let me open these up. Then when we're ready to finish this, it's so much easier. Nice. Okay. Now you have a fully lined pocket. A little thread right here. Okay. Nice. Next step. All right, let's do our zipper placket. Do your 90-degree turn on your zipper panel top. And I cut my zipper, so I need to burn my end. Okay. And we're going to lay that just shy of the end. And I have some double-sided tape there. Then we're going to lay one on top. And each short end of my zipper plackets I did fold down by about 1/2 inch. And we're going to lay that on top. Let me get rid of this side. There we go. And these are both lining pieces, which I found very interesting. I don't mind it because this is a pretty color. All right, let's sew that together. And I'm going to do it from this end because I have a little narrower foot on that side. Okay, perfect. Now, I am going to trim these corners just to keep them from being too bulky. Right here, without cutting my zipper tape. On both sides, both ends. Just a little. And a little is really all it takes to get rid of some of that bulk. Okay, let's turn those wrong sides together. And we'll top stitch and stitch all the way around. And get some different clips. I have a mixed clip. Not acceptable, Barb. So I did get some of these little tiny metal clips from Amazon, and they're exactly the same. Now, I would recommend that you buy them from Jackson Lowe, but she's currently out of stock, and I got some extras for some little gifts. So that's my story. Let's stitch that closed. All right, let's repeat that on the other side. All right, so I'm going to start with my zipper lining because I want my zippers going the same way. And we're going to put our zipper, oops, I got to find my center of my zipper placket. Here I thought I was already. And I wasn't. I have my center here. I'm going to put that right side up. And then we're going to add our top lining piece. And I'm just going to do them all in one sew. One stitching. And we're going to add our top lining piece. And the narrower part is down. Just FYI. There's a little bit of an angle to it. Okay, and let's stitch that on with the seam allowance. Okay. And then we'll turn and top stitch this on the upper lining piece. turn that with the zipper placket staying down and the seam allowance going towards the top. We're going to top stitch on the top lining piece. Alrighty. And we'll repeat that on the other side. Alright, so take your other lining piece and add that. And now, because I know I have it on there right, I'm going to unzip my zipper. And then we'll add our other placket piece, or upper lining piece, I mean. Okay, let's do it. Getting close here. Okay. All right, let's see how it looks. Perfect. All right, next step is we're going to sew the sides together. I'm just going to try and match my little upper lining pieces here best I can. Get my zipper out of the way. And this seam allowance, is we're starting on each end, this one seam allowance, and then as we get into the center, we're making it bigger, and then back to the normal seam allowance. Very interesting. She does this on a lot of her patterns, actually. I like it. Okay, and then we're going to trim that seam allowance, and I am going to use my pinking shears because this cotton does fray just a little. Oh, I can't do it right there because it's got the pocket. Picking shears are only good for maybe 2 to 3 layers, and then they just won't cut. And you'll notice I didn't cut up here because I want to be able to splay that open, and I'm just going to do that right now. I don't think I'll cut it. I'll just open it up. Just like that. And actually I will. I'll just cut that a little. There we go. So just like that. All right, let's repeat that on the other side. What a frame. It's stuck to me, guys. I can't get it off. That's weird. There we go. And then narrow your seam allowance back down. Okay. Add some tape. All right, next step. All right, so we're going to do the lining exactly the same way that we did on the front. So I did open my zipper pocket so that when I close it, when I birth this bag, and this one got a little off, so let me just clean that up a little. There we go. So the bottom, right side together with our side. I'm going to sew that at the seam allowance in the pattern. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to trim those as I go. Not top stitching this. Add that to the other side. Just putting one clip on. Then we'll do the long edges. And actually, I'm only going to do one long edge. We'll leave the other one open to turn it. No, we're going to turn it through the pocket. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, let's close up the other side. All right, let's turn this right side out. I like it. It's not the only bag. I really like how she does the bottom of bags. Jen, if you're watching, I really like that method. I think they just turn out so good. All right, next step. So take your lining and place it inside your exterior so your right sides are together. And then we're going to clip around the top, matching your seams. I'm just going to use these. So I'm matching my side seams first. Get your D-ring out of the way. And then match your centers. It should, if I did it right, match perfectly. Let's see. Looks so. This side does. Okay, let's do the other side. Perfect. I am going to go over to Thor and finish this up. Perfect. All right, let me move over. All right, let's do it. Hold your threads. Grab my little bucket. Actually, I think I'll use this little guy. No, it won't stay there. Bummer. All right, here we go. Just make sure your D-rings are out of the way. Over here on your sides. I really could put my little taper on. I might do that with the top stitch. If you're on the fence about buying a cylinder arm, I wouldn't hesitate. There's many places to get them. So. You need to research for the best price. Where is my D-ring? Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's make sure we caught everything all the way around. Looks good. Let's turn it through our zipper pocket. So let's put that down inside our bag. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. The brown and the navy. Oh dear. I'm going to push up my outside corners. Okay. Okay, let's fold our upper linings down. Alright, let's clip this and top stitch Then we'll finish our turning hole in our zipper pocket. Make sure you roll these seams so you get it nice and even. I'm not sure I've ever done another navy and brown bag before. I like it. Let's top stitch. And I'm going to pull the thread to the inside, but we are going to start over here in the back, right there. I'm going to pull that thread to the inside. Perfect. Stop where I started. Knocking things over. Okay, let's pull that out to the inside. You can see it, there it is. Even those threads up, tie it off. And this blue with this lining, you won't even hardly be able to see this, so it's perfect. Oh my goodness. All right, let's close. Boy, that looks really good. Can you see it? Let's close our zipper pocket. It's a huge zipper pocket. This is actually a pretty big bag. honestly. This is a great bag if you like to carry a lot of things with you. Or it's a great travel bag. You know, travel, throw everything in there that you need while you're out and about. It's a crossbody. Okay, let's close this up. I'm knocking things over, so get that out of the way. Okay, we need to put our zipper end on. Perfect. Push that down, get the corners pushed out. Who likes a slouchy bag? Do you guys like slouchy bags? Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. All right, let me go grab a zipper end. All right, let's add our little zipper end here. Okay. Beautiful. Let me switch up here. Look at that. All right. I'll model it for you. This is going to be so nice. I'm not a big slouchy bag person, but I actually think I like this one. Look at it. Isn't that pretty? Open it up. You have a huge zipper pocket here. It goes all the way down here. Then you got your zipper opening, and you have a huge zipper pocket inside. A huge zipper pocket inside and 3 slip pockets. One is a pen pocket and then 2 big ones. Oh my. I like it. The harmonica is so silly, Jen. You guys. It is, I don't know what she calls it. I don't have it. Oh, here, let me see. Let me see what she calls it. She doesn't say. I would say it's an advanced beginner, but like I've said with many bags, anybody can do it. You just need to go step by step. I like this detail over here. And the contrasting bottom. The Harmonica by Sincerely Jen. Go get the pattern. This one will be for sale. Thanks for watching.